Hello, welcome to a Dialed Outdoor production. Today we're talking about flies for Southeast Alaska and what you need and how to help you out. So when you come to Southeast Alaska, you're thinking about big articulated flies like these. These are very common to use, such as your Dalai Lama, big old swing and spay flies for steelhead and king salmon. And then your type of leeches, your big string leeches, and these are highly effective, but this isn't what I use 90% of the time. I'll use these for kings, sometimes steelhead, but most of the time when I'm fishing in the saltwater here, I'm throwing a clouser, at least to start with. They're highly effective patterns. Catch fish all over the world. They're kind of a go-to, especially for more aggressive eating fish like cohos, pinks, chums, and Dolly Vardens. I'm going for specifically kings, and I know that they're around. I'll throw these slower fishing patterns for them. They seem to like these a little bit more than this. If we come over here, this is my trout, steelhead, and sockeye collection. This is a sockeye lantern right in here. It's pretty much just a lifting fly. They don't eat too much. It's something small, tied with wire, flashy, easy to see, easy to get down to the bottom at them. Got a woolly bugger variation, crystal meth, or liquid wrench, and then you got a Patriot. This is a pretty classic old school steelhead pattern. Works great, works for trout. This works for trout and steelhead, especially if you're drifting it slow. Again, trout and steelhead. This is a little Mickey fin bait fish, unweighted bait fish pattern. If you're using sinking line, works really great. These types of jigs and little very brightly colored chronomid variation, I'll fish these down below my beads. So if you come in here, you want various sizes of beads. This is more of like your chum size. They're a little bit bigger, right? Sometimes they want some ridiculously big eggs. This is bigger than any fish up here produces, but sometimes they like it. It's a game changer. But various colors, sizes. I try to stick with natural colors. You can go crazy colors too, like that Jerry Garcia pattern right in there. Sometimes it works, whatever makes the difference. If you're going in freshwater too, you want to get some floats, a couple of different indicators, whatever you're comfortable with. For my leader / tippet, I pretty much just use straight fluorocarbon in 20 pound for saltwater for all salmon species. I've never had a problem in Southeast, even with king salmon on just 20 pound. I'll use 12 pound for steelhead and trout. Trout up here get pretty big and aggressive, and they're not very line shy. And then if I'm fishing just for trout, I might drop down to an 8, just to make it a little bit more sporty. For your reel, I pretty much just use, and most people do, weighted forward floating line in an 8 weight or bigger. Seems to work just fine. If you want to, you can bring up an extra arbor of sinking line, but as long as you got weighted forward floating, you can really get the job done. So when you're tying these flies, hopefully you're noticing a pattern here with colors. Pretty much chartreuse and white, pink and white, black and white, olive and white, pink and black, chartreuse and black, and then if you want to, you can throw in oranges or purples. If you're fishing really glaciated waters, this black and blue combo is absolutely lethal. You can make little hot spots on the flies, but that's pretty much it. You want to stick to your natural colors or any type of pink and black, chartreuse and black, or chartreuse and white variation. It's not very complicated. Then if you're fishing more remote in lakes and ponds where there's not a lot of fish runs, and you get a ton of trout, your normal trout patterns work really well. Wet flies, midges, crown edges, normal smaller baitfish streamers never really seem to have an issue. They're usually pretty aggressive. It's usually when I just throw a ton of woolly buggers at them and they'll just come up and hammer it all day. All right, I hope this helps. Hope this helps you fill your boxes. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Follow for more content. Have a great day. Thank you. If you want to come fishing with us, look us up at dialedoutdoor.com.